Hi, Packer students. Mrs. Gaunt here again this week to welcome you to week 5. So you can see on the Schoology page that I'm showing here, folder 5 is open for you from October 1st through October 7th. It's due by October 7th. If you don't get it into me by October 7th, you can still turn it in, but then you'll have a missing assignment and, you have to fill out that form. Maybe I should show you the form because I'm not sure I showed this class the form. At the top of the page, I added a form to our Schoology, this is our regular Schoology page. So it says, yay, I completed missing work. So students had been sending me emails, but I get so many emails nowadays that I needed to put some order into our process here. So when you finish anything that's missing work, if it said missing in the gradebook and then you finish it, you need to fill out this form, and it's really short. You just put your name, the name of the assignment, what week it's from, and what class you're in, and that's it. No big deal. That's at the top of the page every time you do missing assignment. All right, and then your podcast assignment number 5 and Nearpod lesson number 5. No change in how those look or how they behave. Although, let me click on the podcast assignment form. Just as a reminder, this is a week where you're going to choose your podcast. You can click on these and then choose the episode. Make sure you write down the episode so you fill it out when you do the report. And speaking of the report, this is a slightly different version than before. Most of the questions are the same, but I need to know what week of the podcast you're working on. So if you're working on this week's, you'll just call it 5. Okay? All right, I'm going to head over to OneNote and show you what's in the Week 5 folder, the Week 5 tab. Here we are. This is our week to focus on accurate and precise measurements and the use of scientific tools. So we'll be in the lab both days this week, and one day to learn tools and the other day to really hit hard on measurement because we have to get all of it done in here. You're also going to have some measurement for me to do at home. So I added a lot of visual and audio helps as you walk through the notebook this week. Here you can see me saying, hey, listen to this. So there's an audio file right here. So if you double click on that, you'll hear me talking about this graph. So I'm not going to talk about it right now. You can listen to me talk about it when you're ready to look at it. We have 2 pages of notes this week because we are learning about tools, and I wanted you to have pictures of those tools in your notebook, so if you ever forget the name of them, you can come back and look at this page in your notebook. And not only can you look up the name, but you'll be able to read what the purpose of the tool is. We're doing this in class, but if you missed class on this day, these are still things you can find by doing some research on the internet. Okay, if you have trouble finding any of them or you get a couple of different answers, ask me about it. I'd love to talk to you about it. The next notes page focuses on measuring. So I added a lot of audio and visual helps here because I want you to go through these videos before you come to school on your second day of class because we want to spend all our time actually doing what's described here, and so it'll be best if you've heard me say it already because it takes like a half an hour to get through. So this is about the units of measure, and you'll need the information in this video to fill out the purple box. All right, let me make this a little bit bigger. Here's a video about using a digital balance, so that goes with what's in the green box. And then we have, here's one on measuring length, which goes with the blue box. And there's 2 videos for measuring the volume, because one is for measuring volume of a liquid and the other is for measuring the volume of a solid, which can be 2 different methods. All right, let me head back over to the rest of our pages. There are 2 processing activities. The first one you'll do in a lab with me in class. If you're doing this after the fact and you missed the lab, I can probably lend you these things so you could do the lab at home. Talk to me about it. All right, processing activity 2, we're going to focus some time in class learning what metric conversions, how to do them using King Henry Died by Drinking Chocolate Milk. You remember that from IJ, I bet. We're going to go over that again and give you some practice. And then you're going to find some objects and use a tape measure that I'm going to give you to measure some objects at home and to make some estimates. So there's quite a few instructions in this section, so you can just listen to me talk to you about it if you click on that audio, and I'll walk you through all the steps. All right, and then as usual, checklist for week 5. When you get all of that done, you are done for the week. All right, guys, I think you'll have fun with this because you get to use tools a lot, and that's kind of, it feels good to be in the lab doing that. So hope you enjoy it, and can't wait to see you there.